Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presta Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschachadesha Tarane Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Adwaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatarubhyas cha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Well, yes, again, thank you very much, Vaisheshika Prabhu and your team, for giving me this opportunity to render a little service to Prabhupada's book distribution mission. When I was a new devotee back in 1970, early to mid 1970s, then as the book distribution explosion was just really building up, then we came up with a little motto, you could say, something like that. 100 a day keeps Maya away, which is true, at least in my experience. I experienced whenever I did 100 books in a day or more, it was just so wonderful. What a wonderful experience. And this program of distributing, I think it's 2.2 million Bhagavad Gitas, or yeah, something like that. And my gosh, what a wonderful, wonderful project. And I'm totally sure Srila Prabhupada is just watching, and he is just ecstatic. He's just ecstatic, and I'm sure he's very appreciative of the efforts that you're all making, in particular Vaisheshika Prabhu. You know, there's one aspect of the whole program. It's a subtlety, you could say, but it's a really important subtlety. And that is that, you know, Prabhupada told us very clearly that when it comes to dealing with the ordinary people in the streets, we should rather give them a book rather than get into a whole sort of, you might say, spiel with them and, you know, in our own way try to convey the message. Rather, we should focus, our part in conveying the message really is to speak nicely so they take a book. And then the book, the message will really come from the book. Prabhupada said something to the effect, what will your speech for 2 minutes achieve? Because we are neophytes. I mean, I think we're generally trying our best or trying to try our best, but still we are neophytes. And our level of realization and knowledge and ability to present is just nothing like Srila Prabhupada at all. So, but a point I've been thinking about in relation to this project is that Bhagavad Gita specifically is the Vani of Lord Krishna. I think we're all familiar with the terms and the concepts of Vapu and Vani. Vapu meaning the physical form of, in this case, Lord Krishna, or of Srila Prabhupada, the Vapu, and the Vani meaning the instructions, but not just instructions like sort of facts and figures type of instructions, but Vani in the sense that the person who is giving the instructions, that person is present in their instructions. So Bhagavad Gita is the Vani of Lord Krishna. He's present. It's not just that he spoke some words, even just really wonderful words that can help so much, like almost unlimitedly. It's not just that, but he is actually present. And therefore, if we really study Bhagavad Gita, really study, eventually we'll meet Lord Krishna in the pages, literally. For example, Srila Prabhupada, at one point in Srimad Bhagavatam, where Narada Muni is figuring prominently, which, you know, there's quite a number of such places, but in one place where Narada Muni is instructing, I forget who exactly, but someone, and Srila Prabhupada says, we would like to thank Narada Muni for appearing in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah. And, you know, Prabhupada as a realized soul, when he says appearing in the pages, he means, you know, actually being present, as much as I'm present here now, and we're all present through our different connections on Zoom here. And it's a real presence of all of us. So Narada Muni was actually present. So Lord Krishna is actually present in his instructions in Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada is there also in his purports. It's a real presence. So I was thinking about this principle in the context of like different ways in which we relate or interact with the Lord. I was thinking particularly of deity worship and also of the chanting of the holy names, because we know, we accept that the Lord is present in the deity. The deity is not just a statue to remind us, but the deity is the Lord. And the holy names are the Lord. They're not just some, you know, special words, but the Lord is actually there. And in due course, as Prabhupada said, we pray, we can realize that the Lord is actually dancing on our tongues when we chant, and we'll actually be conscious of his presence. But the thing is that, particularly if we talk about the deity, that there are stories, there are some amazing accounts, Chaitanya Charitamrita and other places, of deities speaking and acting, and particularly speaking, you know, like the story of Sakshi Gopal in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And there's a number of stories of that nature where the Lord actually starts saying to someone, listen, you must do this and you must do that, just as I'm speaking in my own way here. So, but that only happens, that doesn't happen every day to all of us, or if you don't mind me saying, maybe any of us. But, and this is just such an important point, it's only these exalted devotees, oh my gosh, who the Lord, the deity actually speaks to, and they converse and so on, Sanatan Goswami with Madan Mohan, well, you got to take my bhatti without salt, when Madan Mohan complained. But now with the books, the thing is that here Krishna is speaking and Prabhupada is speaking. They're actually speaking, which anyway, like I said, anyone who tells you that the deity, any one of our current, devotees who says, yeah, well, I go in front of the deities, they tell me this and that, and we talk. You got to know there's some craziness going on there. But now here in the books, Krishna's speaking. Prabhupada is speaking. And not just to some exalted, special devotee, but even to the rank non-devotees, who are just in some, weird space. This is special. This means that in terms of Vapu and Vani, these forms of the Lord, that the book form of the Lord, the book form of the devotee, particularly Srila Prabhupada, this is unique. The deity forms, they are just so wonderful. The holy names, they're just so wonderful. Yeah, they're just so wonderful. But the book is special. It's uniquely special in that the Lord is speaking and the pure devotee Srila Prabhupada is speaking. So this is a little meditation we can have when we're engaged in this program and in the different ways we may be engaged, particularly if we're doing the, shall we say, marketing. You can be aware of what is the significance of what you're doing. What are you giving the people? It's just completely incredible and most wonderful. So therefore, it's just a great project. It's a fantastic project. And, obviously in the broader sense, any book distribution, Prabhupada's books, it's the same principle. It's all just glorious. It's amazing and wonderful. And we are fortunate, of all people, little us. Who are we? My gosh. We're so fortunate to get this opportunity to act as a representative, as a via medium in our own little ways for Krishna to express himself, for Prabhupada to express himself to the conditioned souls. So I wish you all the very, very, very best. And I pray to Krishna to empower you, inspire you, give you the intelligence and the strength and I'll pray to do my little part myself, and we'll be waiting to hear the results in just a little while. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.